Hello everyone, welcome back to my after watching slash after reading segment. It's been a while since my last after watching, which I believe it was Star vs. the Forces of Evil back in February. And today I'm going to be talking about the after watching of the newest show of Cartoon Network, OKKO Let's Be Heroes. First and foremost, I would like to say I was freaking hyped for OKKO Let's Be Heroes. There was a point where I could be able to watch this series pretty early, like 2 months early. I heard the whole episodes, or at least I believe 5 to 10 episodes were released on the CNN app, which, if you guys don't know, that's the Cartoon Network app that they actually are putting more of their shows on there because of Cartoon Network's new thing of streaming services is the future and that kind of stuff. But there's a lot of advantages and disadvantages of streaming stuff online and stuff instead of on TV, but I'll talk about that on a later day for a future video. Like I said, I waited 2 months for OKKO Let's Be Heroes to be on television and not to watch the episodes on the app because I really wanted to watch the series on the premiere date on television and help them out in the ratings, because there's been some problems with Cartoon Network with some shows don't get high in the ratings, and I just want to help out, even though I wish I had one of those little what's that thing called where we're on that episode of Family Guy? Oh yeah, the Nielsen box. I wish I had the Nielsen box, like from the episode when Peter actually changed television, tell the network, say this is great, and y'all should marathon this more and that kind of stuff. But then again, I was really hyped for this show, and after watching, let's see how many episodes they had. I believe they had 25 episodes. I'll look it up on my app right now. But after watching all the episodes from television, I gotta say, this show has potential. And before I watched this and saw the pilot episode, which came out last year, I believe, and from the intro theme song, which I saw around March or so when they said they announced that this is going to be a full-on series, I said this show has potential, a lot of potential, because this is from the creator of OKKO Let's Be Heroes is from the director and slash boyfriend of Rebecca Sugar, the creator of Steven Universe. So when I saw that I forgot his last name, but I know his first name's Ian. When I saw that he was making this show and it's finally going to be a series, I know this show has full potential, and possibly the potential of beating out Teen Titans Go. And once Teen Titans Go gets off Cartoon Network, this can be the full-on show that Cartoon Network can milk on for years. This could be the series that could possibly be the next big thing. There's always a point in a network where there's a show that has a really big thing and then it goes on for years. For example, I know with Disney Channel, ever since okay, this is not a cartoon, but I know That's So Raven, ever since that came out, they've been milking that series for I don't know how many years, and that was a big thing. Correct me if I'm wrong on that one, but I thought that was a huge thing on the network. And and a very good example, Nickelodeon, SpongeBob. It came out in the 90s. I remember because I saw the very first episode. SpongeBob was basically my whole childhood. That when Nickelodeon saw how popular that is, they started milking out to the max. You can see right now that SpongeBob is the hugest thing on Nickelodeon right now. Well, technically Loud House is right now, but I'll talk about that another day. And in Cartoon Network, you see that I want to say there was one show that actually got really high, and then in Cartoon Network really wanted more episodes of that. I don't know which one I would have to say, but let's just say the majority of the 90s cartoons from Cartoon Network, that was a huge thing. But I see this show having huge potential, and I know there's like at least 3 more shows upcoming to the network, like coming out next year. I heard it was like something called something to do with like some food items, and the other is called Craig and the Creek, and I believe those shows could be like the next like I'm from what I'm like seeing from the art, it kind of looks like it could be the next. I'll just talk about whenever that comes out. But with OKKO Let's Be Heroes, this series, I see big things with this. And actually, looking on my app right now, there's only 22 episodes out. So after watching 22 episodes, I gotta say I was amazed by this. I had expectations that this would be a great thing, and after seeing this, I'm like, Cartoon Network should really push this as their top show. And it has a lot of anime references. Like, I saw a lot of them. Like, there was like a lot of references with one of the characters using a substitution jutsu from Naruto, and then multiple Dragon Ball Z references, and I believe there was like one Undertale reference with one of the characters actually has one of the character designs, and basically anything anime related, video game related, primarily. Actually, I heard that this show even got a video game release. Like, they're going to develop a video game for this. Like, it'll probably come out probably next year, I believe. But I gotta say, in the whole summary. So the whole summary of OKKO Let's Be Heroes is about this character named KO who wants to be a real hero and goes into gets hired at a bodega, and which teaches him how to be a hero, and we follow the adventures of him and Radicles, or Rad if you call him, and Eden. I gotta say, Eden is like one of my favorite characters in the show. Like, the lazy retail worker, that is she's just hilarious. And also, when I said that she had the Naruto substitution jutsu, when I saw that, I was like, oh man, Ian has watched Naruto. Like, fist bump him for that, because I love Naruto. And and after that, we got Mr. Gar, who's actually the head of the whole thing. And then we have Carol, who is KO's mother, and she often appears like most of the times in some episodes. I gotta say, I'll tell you one thing from a recent episode of OKKO. Carol just made my heart skip. Like, wow. Like, that's all I have to say. But that's technically all the characters of OKKO Let's Be Heroes. The characters are pretty lovable, and they're pretty entertaining to watch. Like, there is no bad character that I hate in this show. Like, there's always like one character you hate in one show, but this is like a show where you just don't hate any character. So going back to what I'm going to talk about besides the characters, what really points me out from this show is the art style. The art style, it is amazing. Like, I know the art style, like, some people might say, like, oh, but this is like a doodle or something like that. Well, not really. Some episodes, they change up the art style. Like, if you go back into, like, around the development of OKKO, like, around 2015, 2016, maybe early 2017, they released clips on the Cartoon Network app, and the art style changed within those video clips. And if you looked, like, in, like, episode 1, 2, and episode 4, in particularly if that's episode 4 or if it's episode 5, the episode OKKO We Messed Up. And the funny part about this show is every time it opens up like the series, it always starts with OKKO something something. That's the title. And with this in this show, the art style changes up. Now, this is pretty what gets me curious. So, if you guys don't know, I'm a art student at my college, and I'm hoping to work for Cartoon Network or Disney or Nickelodeon, whoever. Maybe I have to start out small first, and then be as a storyboard artist and that kind of stuff. So if you what I saw from the show, the art style changes, and what I want to know is, do they get like different animators for different episodes? Like, I can tell they do this because in some episodes, you know, like I said, the art style changes, and this is a good thing because usually in cartoons you have to follow one art style, and usually there's like 4 animators that can follow that art style. But I bet with this team from the OKKO Let's Be Heroes crew, there's like one set that's one animators, and there's another set that's another animators, and they actually split up which one's doing which episodes and which the art style changes, and which is great because, you know, usually you have to follow that one art style in animation, and then it just changes up, or usually the art style changes up like later in episodes. Like for example, I know Steven Universe, the art style like changed like after the first season or somewhere around after 20 episodes, and then it started getting more cartoony or something like that. And I applaud the whole animation crew of OKKO Let's Be Heroes on that, because I know if I'm hoping if I do intern with Cartoon Network, then the art I hope I can work on OKKO, because this show has potential, and I would like to be behind that team that has potential, and you know, that kind of stuff. I'm not saying I don't want to work on any other shows. It's just, you know, I just love this show. So my whole expectations for the later in the series, what I'm really hoping is, I'm hoping they get to at least 5 seasons, or at least somewhere to where Steven Universe is. Hoping they do great in the ratings, and also story arcs, like they do with Steven Universe. It doesn't have to be serious, but it could be a pretty, you know, like there was like an episode. I don't want to spoil anything, since this is going to be spoiler free. There was a part in one of the episodes where it had some major flashback points and very major something for a story arc, and I'm like, we need to get this. Like, I'm pretty sure they'll probably tackle this sooner or later, because this is a show that's influenced by anime and video games, and video games and anime have story arcs, unless this is a comedy. I hope they get a huge boost of like getting into 5 seasons. I hope there's a really good story arc coming soon, and also I just gotta say, this series it blew my mind, and I'm hoping that this will become Cartoon Network's next big thing. So that's all I have to say about OKKO Let's Be Heroes on my first expectations, and after watching of this series, hope you guys liked it. And if you liked it, then hit that like button. And if you're new, don't forget to subscribe to us and comment how you guys feel about this new series. That's it for me. I'll see you guys later in the next one.